Previously on Raw Danger. Well, hello once again, and welcome back to Nathan Plays Raw Danger. My name is Nathan, and this is Raw Danger on the PlayStation 2. In our previous episode, we managed to link up with another group of survivors as the hotel collapsed around us. We comforted an old woman and clarified the nature of our relationship to Stephanie, which currently has been shooting for casual indifference, trying not to take advantage of the distress in the situation, but also trying not to be a jerk and not always doing the best at that. We find ourselves back with the survivors here, and it looks as though Stephanie and the head chef have gone off to the railing there to check something out. So let's go see what they're talking about.
Broth's here. We should be able to get the back over there. The head waiter already tried, but his leg is hurt.
Oh, sorry, head waiter. Anyway. Alright, well, here I go, plunging headlong into danger once again. Raw danger, if I may. After trying unsuccessfully a couple of times to grab the railing, and it looks like I'm sort of tripping on my shoelaces, but that's not it. The crouch button is also the grab button. I managed to wade across, and I'm able to climb up towards the ladder. Take a quick look around, make sure there's nothing to pick up there. Didn't look like it. Up we go. It's a good job I didn't stick around much longer because disaster strikes the platform just after I leave. Alright. Now we've got a little bit of a tricky section to maneuver here. In real life, I have terrible balance, but thankfully, Joshua's pretty good. Quick crouch to make sure I don't tip over completely and try to get past that water hazard before it brushes me off altogether. Timing, and there we go. And of course, the pipe collapses behind me here. It's raw danger, you know. Inside this case over here, the only remaining useful thing is a can of chicken broth, which I gladly take. And after getting my bearings a little bit, I went around the corner, found these fairly suspicious-looking pieces of rebar or whatever sticking out of the floor, and an elevator on out of here. Beyond that, let's see. Ooh, looks like a survival point. And, oh, what's that under the table? It's a rope ladder. Unfortunately, my inventory is already nearly full. So I quickly popped over to the survival point to warm up and also eat one of the chicken broths, or one of the chicken broth, free up a little bit of space. Now I was able to grab the rope ladder, having taken away the incredible weight of that can of chicken soup, and I can set the ladder up over here.
are you doing there? Get over here. No.
So my options are to drag her over to the lift, just ditch her. I can take a moment to cry with her, although I can't say I was hit that hard by the death of the head waiter, or I can hug her, which really seems like an invasion of her personal space, so I suppose the only answer is to just take her with us. Come on, Stephanie.
Let's go.
Okay. Not a rush or anything.
Are you all right?
Yon worker appears to be in some distress, and so of course I truck it over there to see what the matter is. Wait, is that blood? And with that, it's time for the most stressful piggyback ride ever, as I make my way back across the road. Did you know that under normal conditions, the human body, an ordinary person can summon about 65% of their maximum strength, but adrenaline can take us well beyond that. I only mention it to give context to what you're about to see. Totally possible. Adrenaline! Again, just in case it's hard to read, the news flash says that a mandatory evacuation order has been issued for the city's west side. I suppose that's where we are.
Damn it. It's not moving.
What do you mean it's not moving?
Well, that's not good.
Hey, look at the water.
Water has stopped rising.
Look, I think we can climb up from here.
Hey, let me go!
Hang in there. We're almost there.
Well, I'm gonna... What am I saying?
Hold on,
Of course
I'll
I'm
go
gonna
up
help
first
the
and
woman.
Help you up.
Oh, thank you. Thanks very much for your help.
Finally out. Now what?
Well, let's see. Hey, look!
For some reason, you can't hear her voice very well, so I will be playing the part of reporter. We've confirmed that additional levees have broke along the Hudson River. We're experiencing heavy rains in a few days, and city officials are concerned. Damage has spread to buildings mainly in the west side of Del Rey. An emergency evacuation has been ordered for all areas west of the Hudson River. We have the names of those injured during a recent evacuation. The following are in critical condition: Jim Beam, Will Nelson, and Claire Wyatt. They are currently being treated at the Mission Care Center. Fugitive alert. Geo Police Department has issued an alert for an escaped murder suspect. The suspect escaped when the ground around the police station caved in. The suspect is 5'6", handcuffed, and wearing a pink jacket.
All my fault she's there.
What? Do you know the murder suspect?
No, injured at Mission Care Center. No Claire Wyatt.
Let's see. You must be worried. She had no chance. She should have escaped sooner, like it's her fault, and we can't worry about others. Well, I guess the clear choice is...
I'm sorry. You must be worried sick.
Yeah, I am.
You want to go see her?
I'm not sure what to do.
I can say that we should go there, I can suggest that we get out of the area, or I can just say that we should find shelter and plan our next move. But I think getting out of here is our top priority.
We shouldn't stay here too long. Let's go to the station.
The station is north of here. Let's go.
Everyone else heads off, but before we do, I have a quick bite to eat with McMurrow. I used the last chicken soup that I was saving up in my pack. Keeps us warm. It's a little bit of a nice moment, and let's be honest, I need all the inventory space that I can get. From then on, it's time to take a quick look around, recon our surroundings a little bit. That open pit there appears to be what remains of the building we were in underground just now. What's this? A whistle. Okay. Maybe that'll have a use like the megaphone from earlier. Get somebody's attention. Across the puddle here, there's a rather odd-looking bin with a symbol floating above it. As it turns out, you can store items in a garbage can. Or store item, singular, but they mean multiple. Stored items are retrievable by other characters. So this is a place, this is kind of a party stash. And it's a place where you can chuck things in order to retrieve them in some of the other chapters. That'll be useful later on.
She must be.
You have a minute? I'm Detective Richard Trapp of the Geo Police Department. Have you seen this woman? She's a murder suspect in the last scene in this area.
Oh dang, what do I do? I mean, she's right over there, like if he just turned around, but... I mean, I don't really know what she's done, if she's done anything. I don't want to get involved, I have kind of bigger fish to fry. Oh, I feel bad. Okay, alright. I haven't seen her. I haven't seen her. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that. Yes. Okay.
Sorry, I haven't seen her.
Okay. If you see her, report right away. Please be careful. She is a murderer.
Aren't you supposed to say alleged murderer until, you know, such things have gone to trial? But whatever, what do I know?
Thank you for your assistance.
Why didn't you tell me the truth?
I'm sure she has her reasons. Yeah, no. I have a bad feeling about him. Racist. She's kind of my type. No, not really. And what if she found out I told him? Yeah, she could murder the heck out of me, too. I'm sure she has her reasons.
I'm sure she has her reasons.
I think so too.
Oh, cool. Okay. Well, I mean, we're not really basing that on anything concrete, obviously, but I'm glad we agree. Let's talk to this fellow over here. Proceed to the downtown station, he said in teal. I'm impressed. But before we proceed to the downtown station, let's see what this is. It's a backpack compass. Yeah, we're throwing that on. Equip all the new compasses. It's not a new backpack, sadly, but it is a pretty nifty compass. There's a Papco department store and another survival point.
Section means large hole, right? Water can
Ugh, don't be so negative, or, yeah, you're right. Seems I really wasn't sure which direction to go on this one.
Yeah, you're right.
But in the end, I agreed. We'll snip out a ridiculously long pause here.
We should evacuate right away.
Of course, when I say we should evacuate right away, I mean we should scavenge this department store right away. It's a little bit dark in Papco at the moment, and so we're going to bust out our trusty good flashlight. Take a quick look around. First thing we find, well, some cute knit gloves. Oh yeah, I'll put those on. It's hard to see, or it's hard to tell in here, but they are actually on my hands, so that's kind of neat. Nice attention to detail there. Next thing is this fancy toy flashlight. Aw. In the back corner, what is this? Silk hat? This game officially goes from good to great. Look at this. Yes. Now I'm ready to face the raw danger. Elsewhere in the store, I found a heating pad. So scoop that up as well. And in a back corner, in an adjacent jewelry store, I find... Oh, hey, who's this? She's taking all the jewelry. I don't think she owns that store. What gives you that impression, good sir? Man, that hat is classy. You see that? That's awesome. After taking a quick look around to see if I can do any looting of my own, because I do own the jewelry store, as far as you know, I decided to speak to her.
Is she stealing jewelry?
Well, I didn't feel entirely comfortable just going
You should
straight for the
evacuate.
accusation there,
Get
so I
out of here
decided
before
to
it's too
appeal to her
late.
sense of self-preservation.
She ignored me.
She ignores me,
One more time.
and I tried again.
You should evacuate. Get out of here before it's too late.
What? I don't care. Leave me alone. No way! You're crazy.
Well, I'm not the one speaking in two distinct voice intonations, so I don't like to throw crazy around as a label, but teapot, kettle black, and all that. Anyway, we're done here at Papco. One more quick heat up, and then let's move on. Stephanie heads off in a different direction while I watch live television covering some sort of terrible disaster that's occurred somewhere. And up around the bend, woo, there's a way into a little back area there. Inside, we find a garbage bag. Okay, why not? After having no luck with the hot, cold, or Superan Dorink vending machines, I went to the back of this area and found this very dapper yellow umbrella. And that, kids, is how I met your mother. Or something. So back outside, I decided to test out the adorable mouse flashlight. And it's neat, but it just isn't quite the same in terms of light giving, I think. I switched it off for now and noticed that Stephanie seems to be transfixed by that wall with the water flowing over it. Let's go see what she's up to, I suppose. Splash through the stuff. Quick hop over the railing there. Yup. And the umbrella pops out automatically when it's equipped. That's awesome.
Do you mind if I stand on you? I think I can get up there if I can stand on your back.
Huh? Stand on my back.
Yeah, I think it's the only way up.
What do you mean by that? Let's see. Good idea. No way. Let me think about it. And what are you gonna do if you make
What
it?
are you gonna do if you make it up there?
I'll tie a rope on something and you can use it to climb up. Oh, we don't have any rope, do we? Can we find some?
And with that, I have a new quest to go find some rope. I headed back up the street to kind of a side street that was running parallel to it, past the first save point that we encountered in this area. Wander around a couple of cars there. And there's Geo, the city mascot, on the side of the truck. That's kind of cute. We have another construction yard, and it looks like a little bit of a hazard scenario. There I'm being shocked by the electrified water. Looks like I'll have to carefully make my way across on this dirt mound here in order to not die. Pretty tough, but I pulled it off. I'm not actually sure what your tolerance for pain is, like damage, in this game. I'm not 100% positive how it manifests itself. I believe there are wear ratings for the different pieces of equipment you find, including this snazzy raincoat, which I'm unable to equip, very sadly, but I'm going to sort that out. So I think that things get worn down and eventually break, so probably the damage you take plays into that, maybe as well as your temperature, I'm not sure. Well, my inventory was completely full, so I quickly headed back over to Stephanie.
Do you mind?
Because I was going to try and give her some things, but I inadvertently ended up talking to her again. And when I said, good idea,
Good idea. Let's do it.
she went for it.
Thank you.
Ups to Daisy. It's a difficult climb, but she pulled it off.
Do you have a rope or something? I think I can tie it around this.
I haven't found that rope yet. But I still needed to know if I could pass items to her. Turns out, you can, even when she's up there. And it turns out she'll take the hat. The hat and the raincoat were incompatible. Looking good there, Stephanie. Real sharp. I do lament the loss of my hat a little bit, but it's for the greater good. As in, the raincoat greater good. Then there was a quick trip to the recycle bin to drop a few things off, and then it was back to that construction shack. I made my way to the stoop first, but then I realized, no, wait, priorities. Let's make sure we can get this raincoat on. I'm still lamenting the loss of my hat, but I think the raincoat is a good trade. Let's try it out. Oh yeah, look at that, with the skirt still sticking out underneath. It's a good look. I like it. I dig it. Afterwards, I cleaned up what else that I could grab from the construction shack. Made my way back down the street, and... Run. That's right. It's still raw danger, and anything can happen at any moment, including a tower that almost killed me. That guy seems pretty nonplussed by the whole event. Well, in any case, it was about time to close it down for this video, so instead of bringing the rope to Stephanie, I expect we'll have to do that next time. We'll see what she ties it onto, and we'll see what's happening to the rest of the city as we move on toward the station, downtown station to the north, and possibly to find out what's up with Claire Wyatt and Stephanie's connection to her. As always, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next mission.